Hey guys, welcome back to week 4 of Metaverse Champions. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get sparks created in the game Unicorn Obby, so we're going to get right into it. So all you got to do, come up to this little Easter Bunny guy, you're going to start talking to him. I do have this in 2 times speed, but all you got to do is talk to him. He's going to say, hey, this dark magic stuff's been coming to the island, we need to help you, or you need to help us restore it, and we have to get 7 of these giant crystals along the map, so he's going to explain all that, and you can get all these like pets and game pass and stuff to make it a little bit easier for you, but if you never played the game, you don't have to, or you don't have to at all. But, so there are 40 stages in this game. Once again, I do have it on 2 times speed, so it's going to be pretty quick. But, so there are 40 stages. Each time you go into a stage, a little thing pops up and says, that little unicorn is like our helper, and she basically explains these stages. She's like, hey, there's like a beam here. Hey, there's unicorn poop and stuff like that. And hey, these clouds are bouncy kind of thing. So, she's going to explain each and every one. There are 40 stages. And, as you can tell, I'm not very good at this. I've died multiple times. But yeah, so we're going to keep on going, and so there are 7 crystals, and so once we get the first one, it'll make a little bit of sense, but there are 7 different colored crystals. One's like a red, orange, yellow, a green / yellow, and then there's a green, a blue, and then a purplish, because it makes a rainbow, so as you can tell, that was the first little, like, I guess you could call that, like, rainbow arc. But yeah, so now we're going to head over through these popsicles, and once we get to the orange one, you'll see that it creates a second arc, and then followed by third and fourth, and so on and so forth. But, so some of the things are going to try to knock you off. There are these dark matter pads and all the like black looking things that have like ooze coming out of them. That's all dark matter stuff, and like the dark matter took over the island or something. It's not very well explained, but like there is a background. So I mean like if you're actually like curious on what the backstory is, you can probably look that up and figure it out. But yeah, there's a weird backstory about the dark matter, and that's why all that stuff's there. And so that's pretty much it for the dark matter. But so for this path, it's purple, purple, blue, because for those 3 things, so basically like, if you don't take them the right way, you actually fall through them. So you gotta be careful. But as you can tell, we managed to get it through first try, and we got the crystals. So we got the orange one. Now we're heading on the lollipops. So we're gonna hop over these. The lollipops are slanted, so it's pretty easy to fall. And on these little dark matter things, you gotta be careful. I have died several times on these. All you gotta do, wait till it hits the middle, then just double jump on the left side, and you'll be fine. And now you're going to have to run across this big rainbow, and so it's going to try to push you off the entire time, so just keep on spam jumping how I am right now, because if you don't, it's going to try to push you off the entire time, and that's going to suck. And so now you're entering the little forest. You got to hop over all the logs and bushes. If you touch a bush or a log, you will die. And for this, there's a certain pattern. It's purple, right now it's pink, purple, white, white, pink, white, purple, I believe. So you're going to hop right over that real quick, and then for all these, you got to hop over these like that. And then so now we're halfway through the obby. These things look like little cakes. They got dark matter on them. You're going to jump through all those. You're going to see the white one, the yellow one. And so now you got 3 of the rainbow arcs so far. And as you can tell, the Metaverse crate actually is in there. So once we get to the end, we'll be able to actually open it up. And there is one simple thing you have to do once you get there to open it up, but it's really not that hard. But so now we're entering a place where this thing tries to actually push you forward. So you can spam jump around each thing or jump over them. Some of the little things on that one are hard to jump over. But so now that we're on the green one, we're going to get that. And these next things coming up have like dark matter circles around them. So you have to time your jumping pretty well on these. So you just have to make sure that, yeah, and as you can tell, I fell. But so all you got to do is time your jumping pretty well. Make sure that you don't hit any of these like black spheres on the middle. Because if you do, that's not good news. So now she says she sees an invisible path. There are a fair amount of invisible stuff on this obby, so you gotta keep an eye out for that. So, like, if you go into, like, a 2D character like that, it makes it a little bit easier. For the zigzag, it's a little bit harder to go into, like, a 2D animation kind of thing. But, so, yeah. So now we got the blue one, which is the 5th ring, so we got 2 more. And we gotta hop over this unicorn puke. I recommend going into, like, a 2D look for this, because it makes it easier. The unicorns don't stop puking. So, now we're heading over to the jelly. So, in the jelly, I recommend jumping twice per jelly. And until you feel safe to jump, and then you're pretty much good for that. So now we got the 6th one, pretty easy for that one. We got 1 more ring. He's actually pretty far away, so now we got more dark matter stuff, which you gotta be careful of, because the actual insides are invisible, so as you can tell I fell right there. But somehow I managed to hit the checkpoints, and I'm over on those little things. And so these are the hardest thing in all the obby. They're called, like, magical sprinkles or something. It's really confusing, but so I recommend staying on the left side the whole time. You can do the right side, although I personally think the left side's easier. But so what you have to do, you have to time your jump so that, as you can tell, I almost made it. You have to jump from one immediately to the other, and sometimes you can jump on the right one, but sometimes it's just easier to jump around the platform depending on what position the thing's at, because it tries to drag you off every single time, so it's kind of annoying. So you gotta be careful on that. But as you can tell, I'm falling multiple times. Hopefully I'll make it. Yes, as you can tell right there, made it. And now it's pretty much just a simple obstacle course from here, other than like an obvious, more of an obstacle course. So pretty much all you gotta do, there's not really much stuff that can kill you now. It's mainly just falling at this point. There are checkpoints along the way. You can tell there's more sprinkles, but we respawn right beside them. So now we're gonna head up here. This thing's also gonna try to push us off, so we gotta be careful about that. And jump on those, come up around this thing, and like I said, we're pretty much just trying to summit a giant tower at this point. It's not really much more of an obby where you fall to your death. You mainly just fall and then have to go back up. So these parts are all invisible, this little part, so I don't know how well you guys can see it on there, but you gotta be careful about that. Same thing with those 3 colored platforms. Make sure you get the purple one, else it doesn't work. You're gonna head over here now, all the way up these. Some of them still try to push you off, so you're gonna come up those. You can touch the platform if you want, don't have to. It's just a checkpoint. And then you're going to come up here. There's more invisible stuff here. Lots of invisible stuff up here, actually. It's almost all invisible. Or most of it. But yeah, so there's 3 little jumps right there. You got to go all the way around this thing. If you go that way, it doesn't work. But you're going to go up here, all the way up again, because I fell. Uh-oh, fell again. Alright, all the way up. Alright, please make it this time. Please make it this time. Alright, let's make it. Let's make it. Alright, let's go here. All the way up and around. And then, as you can tell, we jump up under this little, like, purple thingy. I don't even know what that is. But so now it says you can see the last shard. So now we're gonna actually walk across this bridge until you see those 2 invisible things like up in the air. And so you're gonna try to climb on it, and it's actually not gonna let you. You're gonna drop down like that, as you can tell. And now we're gonna walk over and grab this crystal, and this should be the last crystal. So now that should head over to under the waterfall. And that should be the last crystal. The last thing should light up. As you can tell, we made a pretty nice little rainbow right there. 7 colors, even though technically it's 6 depending. But yeah, so 6/7, but it's actually 7 in this. But so now she's going to say, quick, run down the slide. And so you don't actually have to run down the entire, like, stairway. You can literally jump off at the very beginning, then you'll fall on the slide. You have to get down the whole slide like that. But so you're going to go all the way down the slide. It's going to ragdoll you. Jump back up, and the Easter Bunny guy somehow got here, even though he told us he couldn't. It's kind of weird. But so now we're going to head over here. As you can tell, we got a badge for finishing. That's not the Metaverse badge. But so now you got to come up and activate this generator, which activates the switch, which will shoot the Metaverse crate out. And so when you walk up to it, you should get the bags. All you got to do, click on E. The bag will pop up in the bottom right of your screen. It may take a little bit to pop up, but if you check your inventory, it should be in there. So that's how you get the crate in Unicorn Obby. So thanks for watching. Pretty easy, pretty simple. 7 gems in total, or crystals. And see you guys in the next one.